As they begin to carry out their grand escape plan, Marina, Terence, Delphine, and Oliver put their partnership to the test. In their pursuit of freedom, their approach entails overcoming multiple challenges and avoiding human discovery. The partnership is shown in the opening of the chapter, closely examining their surroundings and the habits and patterns of their captors. They observe the guard rotations, security cameras, and escape routes in order to obtain intelligence. Equipped with this knowledge, they create a comprehensive plan that increases their chances of success. The strongly guarded entrance to the human aquarium is the first thing they run into. They coordinate their efforts to create a distraction that diverts the guards' attention from their intended escape path, which they use as a diversionary strategy. Marina, Terence, Delphine, and Oliver move quickly, slipping via a secret passage that leads to an underground tunnel system while the guards are engaged. The next obstacle they must overcome is making their way through the dim, dangerous tunnels. They rely on Terence's expertise of the underwater environment to lead them, but they are put to the test by the cramped quarters in strange surroundings. They push through times of doubt and exhaustion by supporting and motivating one another. As they make their way through the labyrinthine tunnels and get closer to freedom, their unity grows stronger. They arrive at the oceanic display, a large open area, after exiting the tunnels. Now the Alliance has to deal with the exhibit size as they approach the discharge location while avoiding human detection. Oliver's ingenuity and Delphine's agility come in handy as they investigate the region, finding safe passageways and blind places. By communicating through their pre-established system, they share information and work together to keep everyone safe. They do, however, have some near misses during their getaway. To avoid being discovered by both people and the highly advanced surveillance systems in place, they must move quickly and covertly. To get beyond these barriers, they use cunning, timing, and fast thinking in conjunction. Every member of the Alliance contributes uniquely and plays a vital part in making sure the escape is successful. They arrive at the place of release, a secluded cove where the ocean and the human world converge. The Alliance pauses to celebrate their success and muses over the obstacles they've surmounted and the relationships they've created. They welcome the grandeur and freedom of the open ocean and bid farewell to the limitations of confinement with a mixture of relief and excitement. The Alliance successfully carries out their grand escape plan, dodging obstacles and avoiding detection by people. Their careful preparation, steadfast will, and teamwork allow them to successfully negotiate the perilous and convoluted route to freedom. The chapter demonstrates their fortitude, cunning, and the strength of their partnership as they overcome hardship and start a new chapter in their lives that will be eternally altered by their common experiences. As Marina guides her friends toward freedom during their epic escape, even in the face of danger, her unrelenting resolve steals the show. With a strong desire to regain her freedom and go back to her home by the sea, Marina shows herself to be a natural leader as the Alliance puts the finishing touches on their escape plan. Despite her awareness of the dangers and the repercussions of their activities, she is unwavering in her resolve. Marina assumes the duty of leading her friends over the treacherous path ahead since she is adamant that their unity is the key to their emancipation. When faced with obstacles, Marina inspires her pals to keep going because of her extraordinary bravery and tenacity. She sets an exemplary example by being steadfast in her dedication to their common objective and by not allowing uncertainty or fear to stop her. The Alliance finds inspiration in Marina's unflinching will, which pushes them to go outside their comfort zones and confront the threats head-on. Marina maintains her composure as they approach the tightly guarded entrance of the human aquarium, skillfully planning the decoy that will allow them to escape undetected. She assumes leadership, delegating distinct tasks to each Alliance member and making sure they all know their roles and the significance of acting in unison. Marina sets the tone for the group's adventure by leading them through the first challenge with clarity and leadership. Marina's tenacity acts as a beacon of hope, pushing her friends along as they make their way through the dangerous and dark tunnels. She reminds them of the freedom that is waiting for them on the other side and offers them support and encouragement. When the group is facing uncertainty or tiredness, Marina's steadfast faith in their combined power and her capacity to instill confidence keep them moving forward. As they step out into the expansive aquatic display, Marina's resolve doesn't waver. With a balance of bravery and caution, she directs the Alliance, meticulously organizing their actions to avoid being discovered by humans. Marina's ability to think strategically and act quickly is crucial to their success in navigating the exhibit. She keeps her friends engaged and dedicated to the escape plan by keeping her eyes on the prize. Marina is unwaveringly determined, despite near misses and possible setbacks. Her companions find inspiration in her steadfast determination, which serves as a constant reminder of the significance of their purpose and the power that comes from their unity. In trying times, Marina's leadership comes through, inspiring the group and proving her steadfast dedication to their common goal. An important motivator for the alliance is Marina's unwavering will to see her companions through to freedom, even in the face of peril. Her resolute determination, bravery, and astute planning inspire the crew to overcome challenges and maintain focus on their ultimate objective. In the face of uncertainty and danger, Marina's leadership and unshakable determination become vital as they navigate the hazards of their big escape and forge a route to liberation. During the Great Escape, Marina, Terence, Delphine, and Oliver must negotiate the intricate aquarium's architecture in order to find freedom. This is where the importance of teamwork and the use of unique abilities comes into play. The Alliance soon learns that their ability to collaborate effectively is essential to the success of their bold escape plot. Every team member possesses distinct abilities, aptitudes, and viewpoints, and they recognize the significance of utilizing these personal assets to surmount the forthcoming obstacles. Marina assumes the position of navigator thanks to her extensive knowledge of the water and its currents. Her expertise is invaluable in assisting the party in navigating the complex arrangement of the aquarium. Her ability to locate concealed routes, underground passages, and potential hazards helps them keep on course and avoid being discovered by their captors. Terence takes up the role of group scout thanks to his acute observational abilities and ability to blend in with his surroundings. He looks around attentively, taking note of potential dangers, surveillance cameras, and guard rotations. His observations give the Alliance crucial information that they can use to strategize and modify their plan as necessary. Delphine is a great help in overcoming the physical challenges they face because of her agility and nimbleness. She squeezes into air ducts and opens doors with ease as she moves through confined areas. Delphine's fast thinking and creativity enable the Alliance to get around obstacles that might otherwise stand in their way. Oliver has responsibility for deactivating and getting around security systems because to his inventiveness and technological prowess. Using his understanding of technology, he breaks into security camera feeds to momentarily turn off cameras and provide distracting noises. Oliver's quick thinking and flexibility come in very handy when trying to stay under the radar and make sure their escape goes as planned. The partnership depends on efficient coordination and communication along its course. They create a system of nonverbal clues and signals to quickly and covertly communicate information. The group remains in sync because to Marina's precise and straightforward directions, which also guarantee that everyone is aware of their responsibilities and the bigger picture. The Alliance uses each member's unique skill set and works together to overcome problems. They encourage one another through uncertain times, exchange ideas, and come up with inventive solutions. They can overcome obstacles that would be impossible for any one person to overcome thanks to the strength of their teamwork, the might of their combined skills as they make their way through the aquarium's intricate architecture. Marina, Terence, Delphine, and Oliver are able to effectively leverage their distinct strengths because they acknowledge and value each other's unique talents. They create a strong partnership that increases their chances of success and exemplifies the value of working together in the face of difficulty. The Alliance's cooperation and use of each member's unique skills come in handy when negotiating the aquarium's intricate design. Together with efficient coordination and communication, their group capabilities enable them to overcome challenges, outwit their captors, and go one step closer to their ultimate objective of liberation. The chapter is proof of the amazing results that may be attained when people band together, combine their skills, and work toward a shared goal. The air is thick with expectancy as the Alliance carries out their well-thought-out strategy. Every action they perform and choice they make is weighed down by the possibility of success or failure. As they make their way down the treacherous road to safety, the stress grows because they know that one mistake might put their whole operation in danger. The Alliance confronting the strongly guarded entrance to the human aquarium, which represents their first major challenge. As they rely on their decoy to divert the soldiers' attention from their chosen escape path, the stress increases. As they sneak through the secret path, hearts race with every second that goes by, hoping they stay hidden. The excitement in the group explodes as they enter the expansive aquatic exhibit. The vast exhibition space opens up in front of them, presenting both chances and dangers. When they realize the release point is near, a sense of urgency blends with the thrill. Their every step becomes a calculated risk, and as they make their way through the exhibit, dodging human discovery and keeping their momentum in the direction of freedom, the tension grows. The Alliance's ability to avoid human captives and advanced surveillance systems depends on its ability to make snap decisions and respond quickly. Hearts pound as they barely avoid discovery, holding their collective breath till the threat has passed. The suspense and the Alliance's capacity for quick thinking and situational adaptation keep readers riveted and on the edge of their seats. The story is laced with exciting moments in between the suspense and stress. An adrenaline rush is experienced with each minor triumph, such as effectively navigating a security system, conquering a challenge, or outwitting their captors. Readers experience the thrill of the Alliance's victories as they get closer to their objective. When Marina and her allies confront the people who put them in captivity, it sets up a tense and crucial confrontation that challenges their determination and elucidates the nuanced interactions between captor and hostage. A group of people who were directly involved in their incarceration unexpectedly confront the Alliance as they get closer to their goal of liberation. As Marina and her companions stand in front of their captors and make eye contact for the first time since their incarceration, the atmosphere fizzes with anxiety. The encounter turns into a reckoning since the humans stand in for the power relationships that have kept them imprisoned. Marina faces the people who have imprisoned them with unflinching resolve and unwavering tenacity. The interaction becomes a collision of feelings and viewpoints. Marina faces their captors with a mix of rage and resolve driven by her desire for freedom and the injustices she has experienced. She questions everything, wanting to know why they are in captivity and what kind of care they have received. A spectrum of emotions is reacted to by the humans in turn. Some show shame, some avoid accountability, and some show real regret. As Marina and her friends start to see their captors as unique people with complicated motivations, the dynamics between the captor and the captive take on a more nuanced quality. The confrontation intensifies, raising strong emotions. There are acrimonious conversations, unfiltered feelings expressed, and hard facts disclosed. The conversation between the two parties turns into a battlefield of opposing viewpoints, punctuated by unexpected flashes of understanding as well as times of rage and frustration. The characters experience personal development and transformation as a result of the conflict. Marina's resolve develops into a greater comprehension of the intricacy of human nature. She starts to doubt her own assumptions and looks for areas of agreement in the conflicting situation. She is forced to reconsider her own goals and ideas as a result of the experience. Marina and her comrades are forced to comprehend the reasons for their confinement when they confront their captors face to face. Some captors may disclose that they are motivated by greed, taking advantage of the market for exotic animals in the entertainment sector. Some may use the false justification that keeping animals in captivity aids in conservation efforts to defend their behavior, claiming that by housing animals in controlled conditions, they are preventing the extinction of endangered species. The Alliance's viewpoint, which speaks for the imprisoned animals, is contrasted with these reasons. Marina and her companions confront the apprehensions, raising ethical concerns about the confinement of untamed animals for the purposes of profit, instruction, or amusement. Ethical issues are brought to light by the Alliance's conflict with their captors. Is it morally acceptable to imprison sentient, intelligent creatures for the sake of amusement? What are the long-term consequences for these creatures' physical and mental health? Exist any substitute techniques that, without including animals in captivity, can advance conservation and education? As they express their desire for liberty, self-determination, and a life in line with their primal desires, Marina and her pals grow to become advocates for their fellow prisoners. Their run-in with the captors turns into a turning point in which the moral ramifications of keeping animals in prison are exposed, leading to a more in-depth analysis of how humans relate to the animal kingdom. An important and thought-provoking confrontation between Marina and her supporters and their captors illuminates the reasons for their captivity and raises significant ethical concerns about the confinement of wild animals. Marina and her comrades are forced to comprehend the reasons for their confinement when they confront their captors face to face. Some captors may disclose that they are motivated by greed, taking advantage of the market for exotic animals in the entertainment sector. Some may use the false justification that keeping animals in captivity aids in conservation efforts to defend their behavior, claiming that by housing animals in controlled conditions, they are preventing the extinction of endangered species. The Alliance's viewpoint, which speaks for the imprisoned animals, is contrasted with these reasons. Marina and her companions confront the apprehensions, raising ethical concerns about the confinement of untamed animals for human amusement, learning, or financial gain. Ethical issues are brought to light by the Alliance's conflict with their captors. Is it morally acceptable to imprison sentient, intelligent creatures for the sake of amusement? What are the long-term consequences for these creatures' physical and mental health? Exist any substitute techniques that, without including animals in captivity, can advance conservation and education? As they express their desire for liberty, self-determination, and a life in line with their primal desires, Marina and her pals grow to become advocates for their fellow prisoners. Their run-in with the captors turns into a turning point in which the moral ramifications of keeping animals in prison are exposed, leading to a more in-depth analysis of how humans relate to the animal kingdom. An exciting element of strategy and wit is added to their conflict as the marine animals, led by Marina and her allies, use cunning techniques to outwit and fool their captors. As Marina and her companions approach their captors directly, they come to the realization that this may not be the only tactic needed to win their freedom. By using their brains and special talents, the sea animals are able to outwit their captors by creating complex plans and implementing cunning techniques. The Alliance studied the habits and tendencies of their captors by closely observing their routines and patterns. They follow their intuition and modify their tactics accordingly. Certain animals can conceal themselves perfectly in their environment, evading detection and acquiring important data. Some take use of their quickness and agility to divert attention and cause confusion among the kidnappers. The sea creatures use deceit and misdirection in their well-thought-out plans. To obtain the upper hand, they make use of cooperation, communication, and their innate understanding of the undersea environment. They alter the captives' perceptions and create opportunities for escape by taking advantage of their limited grasp of their own capabilities. The creativity and problem-solving abilities of Marina and her allies are impressive. They create strategies that take advantage of the weaknesses of their captors by pooling their collective brains. The cleverness and ability of the sea creatures to plan ahead and trick. The story highlights the Alliance's ingenuity and their capacity to use their special qualities to overcome obstacles that appear insurmountable. The marine animals' shrewd strategies enthrall readers, who cheer for them as they use their intelligence and guile to outwit their captors. As Marina and her allies confront their captors, themes of justice, empowerment, and the triumph of the downtrodden emerge, sparking a dramatic narrative that examines the resiliency and transformative possibilities of individuals who have experienced oppression. Face to face with their captors are Marina and her allies. After being imprisoned and subject to their captors' whims for a considerable amount of time, the marine animals are now in a position of agency and authority. The altercation turns into a crucial point that represents their quest for justice and their recovery of their independence. As Marina and her friends question their captors and demand explanations, justice becomes a major issue. They draw attention to the inherent injustice of imprisoning sentient beings for human purposes, challenging the unfair treatment they have received. As Marina and her allies find their inner strength and resilience, the clash becomes a catalyst for personal growth and empowerment. They embrace their ability to bring about change rather than allowing their imprisonment to be the only thing that defines them. Instead of allowing their captors' labels to define them, Marina and her supporters stand up for their natural value and dignity. They oppose the hierarchies of power that aim to hold them in servitude by their resistance and acts. The story reminds readers of the strength of solidarity and resolve while honoring the unwavering spirit of the downtrodden. Together with their captors, Marina and her pals fight against the constraints and internalized ideas that have been placed upon them. They recover their agency and reshape their identities as a result of the clash, becoming symbols of resiliency and change agents. Integrates themes of empowerment, justice, and the victory of the downtrodden. It emphasizes how critical it is to stand up to oppressive institutions and defend one's rights. The story is a potent reminder that oppressed people can overcome their circumstances and bring about great change, even in the face of overwhelming difficulties. Marina sets out on her adventure to freedom with her comrades. They are on the verge of starting a new chapter in their lives after braving captivity and facing their captors. With the prospect of returning to their native environment and living in accordance with their primal inclinations, the vast ocean beckons. Marina and the other sea animals explore the wide open ocean, bringing to life the breathtaking grandeur and beauty of their environment. The undersea world is vividly described, transporting readers to a realm of whirling currents, brilliant hues, and the melodic symphony of marine life. Marina and her companions are feeling a wide range of intense emotions. They feel a deep feeling of relief, happiness, and belonging as they find their position again in the natural order. The depths of their emotional journey encapsulating the weight of the experiences they have left behind as well as the intense feelings of freedom. The regaining of freedom turns into a transformative and rejuvenating experience, a cathartic release. Swimming with a vibrant new purpose, Marina and her friends escape the bonds of confinement and embrace who they really are. The story demonstrates their tenacity and the transformational potential of returning to their own environment. Along the way, Marina and her pals come across different marine life as they traverse the immensity of the open ocean. They seem to be a part of a wider community because of the interactions, which are infused with a sense of solidarity and shared experiences. Marina and the rest of the aquatic life rejoice at being free once more. Their voyage symbolizes not only their own release but also the triumph of good over evil for all enslaved animals longing for freedom. The wide ocean is reached by Marina and the other marine life. It depicts their journey as a dramatic metamorphosis, highlighting the happiness, relief, and sense of acceptance that come with going back to their own environment. Standing on the aquarium's threshold, staring out into the broad ocean, are Marina and her allies. They say goodbye to the place that has served as their home, albeit a restrictive one, with a hint of melancholy and regret, even if freedom is beckoning. The aquarium stands for a common past, a place where bonds were forged and memories were made. Marina pauses to consider the relationships that have grown throughout their confinement as she and her friends get ready to depart. The story explores the strong bonds that have been formed, emphasizing the strength, support, and camaraderie that resulted from their common experiences. These ties have helped them get over the difficulties of being in captivity and have grown to be essential components of who they are. The goodbye to the aquarium turns into a moving expression of appreciation and reflection. Despite the limitations of their surroundings, Marina and her pals express gratitude for the chances they had to grow and learn. They recognize the intricacy of their relationships and express gratitude to the guardians and other prisoners who showed them respect and compassion. The mixed feelings of stepping out of the known and into the unknown. The sea creatures have a sense of nostalgia and an awareness that their time in captivity has affected them in unforeseen ways, even as they yearn for freedom. When Marina and her supporters do set out on their voyage across the wide ocean, the relationships they developed while in prison continue to be a source of strength. The ties created while the sea creatures were in captive and the bittersweet departure to the aquarium. It examines the range of complicated feelings that emerge from leaving behind a location that has been both protective and limiting, emphasizing the strength, love, and thankfulness that go along with saying goodbye. With joy and anticipation in their hearts, Marina and her allies venture out into the broad sea. The ocean's immensity welcomes them as they step out of confinement, luring them in with its endless possibilities. The characters' happiness is infectious and tangible. Released from the constraints of their captivity, they celebrate their newfound freedom to explore, swim freely, and follow their passions. While navigating the vast ocean, the protagonists find their innate abilities and instincts. Their joy stems from being able to hunt, interact with others, and communicate in ways that were restricted while they were in captivity. The emancipation of the characters goes beyond their bodily release. The vast ocean turns into a symbolic painting for their development and self-discovery. They discover hidden depths inside themselves as they investigate their native home, healing from the wounds of their imprisonment and embracing their innate qualities and individuality.